Today we are going to be doing a review, or better yet, a predictions video on WWE's pay-per-view Payback. This is the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania. Obviously, the name says it all. Payback, tons of feuds that need to end. We need to finish these feuds, and I honestly feel like it's going to be a pretty good pay-per-view. There's some good cards, good matches on the cards, some stuff that I'm excited to see, and we're going to go down the list and see my prediction, what I think should happen or what I think it's going to happen. Alright? Tonight's video, I'm going to also be doing a video which is going to be real cool. I'm going to kind of film myself and my reaction. It's going to be a reaction video to what's happening during Payback. So I'm also pretty excited about that. So here we go. The first card, or the first match on the card, I'm sorry, it's actually going to be a kickoff match. It's pretty sad to see these two teams doing a kickoff match, but hey, I guess there's no space on the main card. But we have Enzo and Big Cass versus Anderson and Gallows, the club. I feel like it's going to be a regular match that we see every other week on Raw. These teams, I believe at this point, do deserve a push. I know the club just came off a title reign, which was real cool to see. And I am a firm believer that the club's championship run should have been a little bit longer, but with the Hardys coming in at Mania, finally signing their contracts, it's just right that you give them the title. Especially at Mania, crowd went nuts. It was the right moment, at the right time. Give arguably top 3 best tag team in WWE history their title at Mania. It made WrestleMania 33 the event that it was. So I feel like it was the right time, but definitely I feel like the next step for the club is probably to form an alliance with somebody. We kind of saw sneak peeks of them forming an alliance with Samoa Joe, which that would be neat to see. Maybe with a Finn Balor, which it doesn't make sense simply because obviously heel, babyface of the company, but who knows? Who knows what route they take, but I feel like we probably won't see club with the red tag team belts for quite some time. I do believe Enzo and Cass will go over in this match. They will win. They'll probably be the next team to actually take the title away from the Hardys. Maybe in the next couple of pay-per-views, maybe SummerSlam, who knows, but I think it's time. The time is right. They're at an all-time high. The crowd loves them. Continue to get a pop. Before they decline, let's put some belts around them. They deserved it. And they work hard. They work hard, and it's a good tag team. Good tag team, good gimmick. Again,
we all know Neville's persona as a heel is just great. The guy really embodies what a heel is all about. He did a complete change from his face persona, and he's doing a very good job in the Cruiserweight division. He's carrying the pretty much the division on his back. He's a good wrestler. Outcome of this match, I do think Neville will come on top. I feel like TJ Perkins recently has been showing that he has an interest, or he's intrigued by Neville's doing and Neville's persona, and I feel like TJ Perkins, now that he's a heel, will cause Austin Aries the match in Neville's favor, and I think Neville retains at WWE Payback. The next match that I would like to see after that would be the last match between the face of America, Kevin Owens, United States Champion, versus Chris Jericho. I think we all know the outcome of this match. It's coming down to either Kevin Owens wins, retains as champion, or Chris Jericho wins, becomes USA Champion, and goes over to SmackDown, which we all know is not going to happen. Chris Jericho is known to do his part-times with this. Probably has been one of his longest runs he's done in a while. I believe he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose in a bad way. Maybe Kevin Owens power bombs him, side of the apron on the ring, really injures Chris Jericho. We probably won't see Chris Jericho for quite some time, especially with his new album coming out. He's gonna have a tour going, whatever the case may be. So we probably won't see Chris Jericho for quite some time. Kevin Owens retains Face of America, USA Champion Kevin Owens remains on SmackDown. The next match that I would really like to see would be the Raw Tag Team Championship match. We got the Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Obviously, I know the Hardys are going to retain. Sheamus and Cesaro are a good team, but I feel like right now Raw does need that mid-card power. And I do believe that maybe at the end of this match, we will see Sheamus or Cesaro, one or the other, turn on the other, and that team will split. Simply because they do need the mid-card power. And if we noticed on Raw, at the end of Raw, Sheamus is usually the hothead. And at the end of the match where he had with Matt Hardy, he actually shook Matt Hardy's hand when Cesaro really didn't want to do that, and he was kind of holding him back. So it's kind of a plot twist there. We'll see what happens. I do know Hardys, stay champions, probably start their feud with the New Day and Kaz, which is going to be interesting to see how they play that out, having it be face versus face team. I'm sure there's going to be some twists in there. Maybe Enzo and Kaz deserve it, whatever, and they're going to come out and try to challenge the Hardys for these titles within the next couple of weeks. It'd be great to see. It's in talks, and I know WWE has great lawyers, I can only imagine, but it'd be great to see the broken gimmick already. I think it's time, and the crowd will just go nuts. I mean, I think it'd be great. But again, the Hardys do retain in that match. Then I would like to see the Raw Women Championship match, which we have Bayley against Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss has everything in line to be the Raw Women's Championship. However, I do feel like it's a little too early, and I feel like the WWE wants to solidify Bayley's title run and give her another strong win at a pay-per-view. Bayley retains. I would like to see Alexa Bliss, but I'm fine with Bayley winning, kind of solidifying her status as the Women's Raw Champion. And then maybe in the next pay-per-view or next two pay-per-views, she does lose it to Alexa Bliss. I think it would be just right. Then we have the man, Seth freaking Rollins versus Samoa Joe. I think this is going to be great. It's going to be a good match. Two great wrestlers. There's a good story behind this match. They both tell very good in-ring stories when they're wrestling. So I know it's going to be a great match. I believe Samoa Joe is going to come out on top. And here's why. I do think it'll be right for Seth Rollins to win and kind of end the feud and have the man on top and have him go on to his next feud. But I feel like what I spoke about earlier, I feel like the club might interfere if this alliance is going to happen. The club, maybe Triple H, which I think that's over with, but they're going to interfere, kind of beat up Seth Rollins, and then the new club is going to form Samoa Joe, Anderson Gallows, and whoever else, if anybody else does decide to join. But I do think it's going to be a great match. Excited for this match. Probably going to be one of the better matches on the card. But again, Samoa Joe will most likely come out on top. Then we're going to have what I've been waiting for. Not so much for the quality of the match, even though Bray Wyatt can put on a match, and Randy Orton, the Viper, he draws money, he draws eyes, he draws pops. He is what WWE wants. But it's called the House of Horror match. So first thing that comes up to my mind is, I forgot the name of it, but was the set of matches that the New Day had against the Wyatts, which I believe it was the Compound match where they came out. It was kind of pre-filmed, and the New Day came out to the Wyatt's compound, had a match. It was all pre-scripted. You can tell completely they were acting, and I hope that's not the case because unfortunately Bray and Randy did let me down at WrestleMania. Even though I felt like the digital effects was cool on the ring, I felt like that match could have been a lot better and a lot longer than it was, having it be for the most prestigious title or one of the most prestigious titles in WWE, the Heavyweight Championship. Depends how you look at it, if you think the Universal title is on Raw or the WWE Heavyweight Championship, but I feel like this match could have been a lot more. It is going to be intriguing to see. I want to see what they do. Is it going to be an in-ring thing? Is it going to be a pre-scripted thing where Randy shows up at the compound and they fight there? Or is it a whole different setting? Is it going to be both in-ring and they somehow end up at this House of Horror? I'm kind of excited to see. I hope they don't throw it down the drain. Even though I feel like this feud kind of really dug Bray in a hole, which is sad to see. He goes from this, and now he can't kind of find his place on Raw, which I hope he does. I would love to see him maybe with the Intercontinental belt, which I would love to see off of Dean Ambrose, because, I mean, I know it's a whole completely different point, but Dean Ambrose he sinks titles, and when he had this title, the WWE Heavyweight Championship, it was kind of like, it wasn't there, it didn't feel important. Kind of just like the Intercontinental title. And I feel like it's time to take that away from him. Give it to somebody that's going to give it some star power, some presence. It's going to defend it. Which I think would be great for Bray. But again, the House of Horror match is for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. I do see Randy Orton coming out on top one way or another. Obviously, they're not going to have both main titles on Raw. The only way I see that happening is if Raw somehow plans to remove that red title, the Universal Championships. That's kind of been getting a lot of backlash, which personally, to me, I fell in love with it from the moment that I saw it, and I feel like a lot of fans are also now have grown onto the red title. But unless something like where they merge this title, merge the Universal Championship, make that into one title, change the look of the belts, and give SmackDown a new title belt, I do not see Bray Wyatt coming out as champion again, especially now that he's on Raw. So that does that. Again, I would rather see Bray win, but most likely Randy will win. Who knows? Maybe we have Jinder Mahal interfere. We don't even know where the title is now. Jinder kind of ran away with it on last SmackDown. And it's great. On his Instagram, Jinder has been putting pictures of him kind of going from one place to another and taking pictures of the belt. So he pretty much abducted the title from Randy. So let's see how that plays out. That's going to be interesting to see as well. I know there's also going to be a segment. I'm not sure if it's going to be towards the end of the show or the beginning of the show, where we're going to have, I believe it's the Ambrose Asylum. It's either Ambrose Asylum or Miz TV, one of the TV host shows, where they're going to have Finn Balor as a guest. That's going to be cool to see. Don't know what's going to happen there. Maybe a feud begins. Maybe somebody butts in. Let's see what happens. And we'll go from there. But something back to the Seth Rollins match, and I know it's kind of out of order, but we never saw a finish to the Seth Rollins and Finn Balor's kind of feud. Seth was responsible for making Finn Balor give up his title and be out for as long as he did, which I feel as a WWE superstar, especially for a storyline, I wouldn't just come back and, you know, now they're shaking hands and they're best buds, but maybe that begins. Maybe that starts after Seth Rollins finished with Samoa Joe feud. And then we have the main event, Braun Strowman against Roman Reigns. We have not seen Roman Reigns since the last incident on Raw, where he got carted off, flipped in an ambulance, completely destroyed. And I believe what I would like to see, let's start with that. What I would like to see is Roman come out, maybe different attire. I don't want to see him, if we haven't seen him for 3 weeks now, you know, I don't want to see him come out suited up in his gear, or like it's all good, it's fine, and completely do an amazing match. He's not hurt and win. Even though Roman Reigns is my guy, I am a Roman Reigns fan. I would rather see Roman Reigns come out hurt, kind of him still showing that he's still beat up, he's still bruised up, you know, maybe a different attire, just a tank top maybe, you know, something simple, jeans, whatever the case may be, I'm not sure, but not your regular Roman Reigns and come kind of wrapped up around his ribs and, you know, ready to fight, but you can still see where he's still experiencing pain, and kind of give Braun a fight, but still his injuries cause him to lose, and maybe cause him an injury that would keep him out a little bit longer. Again, give opportunities to other guys and give the crowd to kind of fall behind Roman. And I've said this before in my videos, and I know it hasn't worked in the past, and this has been almost a 4-year push now, but I believe by the time WrestleMania 34 comes around in New Orleans, Louisiana, Roman Reigns will probably be the most over guy in the WWE. So, and I know that's the plan, and I know it can happen, but we do need to see Roman out for a little bit longer. You know, give him a fresh start once he comes back. Maybe have him come back at SummerSlam, you know, halfway through the year. That way it gives one opportunity for Braun Strowman, who I do believe is going to win this match, to have his feud with Brock Lesnar that we never saw that finish. We just saw face-to-face. We never saw that finish, which would be crazy, which would be insane. Who would not love to see Braun Strowman up against the Beast Incarnate and be suplexed 10 times? Is that even possible? Can that monster be suplexed or taken to Suplex City? Hey, I think like Brock Lesnar could do anything at this point. But yeah, that's going to be a good feud, and so I would love to see that. I would like to see Roman give a fight, but at the end of the day lose, unfortunately. Again, Roman is my guy. But I feel like Braun Strowman is just at a high. You can tell that he was kind of told to stay away from the Roman Reigns bashing as far as when he's cutting his promos, because at the end of the day, Braun Strowman is a heel. And once he gives a Roman Reigns is trash or whatever the case may be, he gets a pop like if he was face. And it kind of, you know, it's not good for Roman, especially when he's trying to get out of this whole thing where the crowd is not with him. And it's not good for Braun when he's trying to be a very strong heel. But yeah, I do think Braun Strowman is going to come out on top. That is going to be a nitty-gritty fight. I think it's going to get dirty. I think it's going to be a lot of punishment for Roman. Again, maybe it ends backstage. I'm not sure the stipulation of the match. I think it's just a pinfall, which I hope it is not. I'm not too sure there, but if you guys know, just comment down below and let me know the stipulations of the matches. If it is a regular match, obviously it ends in the ring. Maybe Roman, which would be good too, maybe Roman wins by disqualification. Maybe Braun just takes it to the next level. I mean, we saw him, what he did to Kalisto, what he did to Roman, what he did to the Golden Truth. Maybe he just doesn't care about a win and cares about destruction, and he really destroys Roman Reigns, gets himself disqualified, Roman wins, but at the end of the day, Braun gets what he wanted, and that would be great. That would be very good finish to Payback. Maybe a whole bunch of referees and maybe even WWE superstars would have to come out and hold Braun back because he's just annihilating on Roman. That would be nuts. But that about does it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys are as excited for Payback as I am, because I am very excited for this pay-per-view. Went to WrestleMania, and obviously we haven't had a pay-per-view since then. So I am very excited, guys. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe, to like the videos. Thank you guys so much for viewing. Tonight I'm also going to be doing another video, which will most likely be up tomorrow morning if I can't get it directly up to you guys immediately, which is going to be my reactions to the pay-per-view. But enjoy your show, guys. Enjoy your pay-per-view. Order some good food, some good drinks. Sit back, relax, and it's one of those Sundays.